down the basketball, you allow them one shot, we get some transition opportunities. We get multiple shots on the other end, our shooting percentage goes up. This is why you came. This is why you play college basketball. Big crowd, big game, big opportunity. Let's go. Let's go.
We're going to win it with that.
Let's go, baby.
No, we got to win it, Gordon.
Let's take a look at this evening's starting lineups brought to you by U-Crops. For James Madison, Kevin, Jabari Oots is the guy that we have profiled, but he needs help to get the win tonight.
Well, he really does, and in the backcourt he's going to start Dennis and Rob Strickland down in the paint. It's a three-guard lineup, really, with Jamal Perry and Tim Lyle. So I like the fact that JMU is deep, so it really doesn't matter who starts on this team.
So they'll go a three-guard look. Also, VCU will put a three-guard monster onto the floor. Bo Jones and Lamar Taylor nominally in the backcourt. Scott Lilly has also been a factor for Mac McCarthy's club since he's been put into the starting lineup.
Well, the fact is now he's healthy. He had separated his shoulder last year 3 times. Now he had the surgery, he's healthy, and so again, a three-guard lineup for VCU makes them very deadly from on the perimeter.
VCU coming into the evening's action at 8-5, 1-1 in CAA play under the direction of Mac McCarthy. McCarthy in his second year since taking the helm at VCU. McCarthy's Rams solid at home. They've won 7 of 9. They entertained Sherman Dillard and the James Madison University Dukes. Dillard, the former JMU standout, is now in his 3rd season working as the bench boss in Harrisonburg, Virginia. James Madison and Virginia Commonwealth, first of 2 of their CAA meetings this season. The officials this evening, Charles Pitts, Kelly Lombard, and Joey Carruthers. Joe Beninati and Kevin Greavy welcoming you back inside Alltel Pavilion. We are underway. It is James Madison to control the tip. Oots and Taylor, a matchup we'll look forward to all night long.
Yeah, they're going to be matched up, and they're just going to go head-to-head. What a great atmosphere here at Alltel Pavilion. Terrific crowd. The fans are into it, and they're going to be with it.
And early on, an offensive foul against the Dukes.
Well, here establishing early the low post, and it's Rob Strickland getting an early foul. And Sherman Dillard told me, he said if he gets 2 fouls, he disappears. So it's critical that he doesn't get that second foul.
Strickland, a big body tangling there with Treadwell. Off the glass, in the lane.
Yeah, Bo Jones can penetrate. He can take the ball to the basket. He had to put that one up high off the glass to get it over the outstretched arm of Strickland, who's a tremendous shot blocker for JMU.
Jones has been struggling a bit with his outside shot. He's been slicing between defenders lately to great success. And another turnover as Hampton takes it back. Virginia Commonwealth in the white.
And look at their early offense. They want to get the ball down the court as quick as they can. Boy, they'll shoot it.
Lilly will and hit it from long range at 3.
This is where you have to stop their attack first. The perimeter game. You have to get up on Taylor and Lilly and Bo Jones, or they're just going to shoot you down.
A 5-0 advantage for the Rams. We're a little more than a minute old. VCU's Mickey Dennis will try it for 3. The roll is unkind. Good hustle there by Tim Lyle. The sophomore will give James Madison another offensive whack. Jamar Perry. Up top to Mickey Dennis. 3 ball on the way. Good.
Hey, why not? The first one he took was soft, didn't go down for him. This time he steps up with confidence and hits that 3. So now, Sherman Dillard's going to establish his defense and see if he can play the zone and the man. This time they're going to be in the zone.
Dennis, a 33% shooter from behind the arc in the early going this season, hits that one and brings the Dukes within 2. Rising up and elevating and hitting the jumper is Matt Treadwell, showing off an outside stroke at 6'11".
Well, he is a terrific perimeter player for a big guy. They run that high-low post with Treadwell at the top, and if he can hit that shot, that'll have to bring out the defense and open up things inside for JMU.
Jamar Perry matched up with Bo Jones. Oots launches the 3, strong. Lilly fighting for the rebound, kept it alive. Dennis with a take back. Oots scampers into the lane, lost it on his way up, and it will stay James Madison basketball.
Beautiful defense. There you see Taylor with the strip of Oots. It's a terrific play as he's knocked the ball away and try to make the save, and he does before he goes out of bounds. Nice play.
Jabari Oots on the handle for James Madison and fouled outside. The foul will come against VCU point guard Lamar Taylor. 7-3 in the early going for VCU. The Rams coming in overall at 8-5. James Madison top of the heap in the CAA at 10-5 overall. Jamar Perry. No sir, rebound Jones, and he wants to run. Bo Jones, pull-up jumper. Short. Offensive rebound. Hampton on the putback, partially blocked. And now the Dukes will run. Perry hesitating in traffic. Leaning in, had that shot rejected by Treadwell. It'll be Madison ball.
That's where the size of JMU pays some dividends. Nice block by VCU. Treadwell to answer.
Get a look at the youngster, Pat Mitchell, coming into the game in place of Rob Strickland. Mitchell, the freshman out of Gonzaga High School. Jabari Oots for Jamar Perry, and a whistle away from the basketball. Holding foul against Matt Treadwell. Treadwell's first personal. Early field goal shooting favoring the Rams of VCU. At a 60% clip, they come into tonight's action on the season just a shade over 41%. Oots' drive, and he was fouled on his way to the glass.
Oots really taking the ball hard to the basket against VCU. Jabari Oots is a tremendous free throw shooter, so he wants to get to the line. Here, jumps right between two defenders. Maybe a loss of concentration, but he takes the foul, and he's going to get the two free throws. That's a nice crossover. Jump step to avoid the charge. Just great body control to be able to get that ball up to the glass.
Oots knocks down the first free throw for his first point on the night. Oots' free throw percentage down a bit at the start of the season in 13 games worth of work. You see it right there, the number in the middle, just under 68%.
Yeah, but he shoots about 88% in close games. He's 28 of 30 down the stretch in his last game against Old Dominion. Held off Old Dominion and a big road win because of his great free throw shooting.
They like the pressure. James Madison's won 4 straight here in conference play. 4-1 in the early going in the CAA. Lilly on the hesitation dribble. Up top for Taylor. Between defenders, arcing shot was blocked. Mitchell rips it out of there. The Dukes will run 3-on-3. Lob to the glass. Not finished off by Perry. Ball bounds out of bounds, and it goes back over to VCU.
Well, they don't get any points on the board, but they get style points for that one. I tell you, it was a great rebound and outlet by Mitchell, and then the alley-oop pass, it just missed to Perry. Would have just been spectacular.
Lamar Taylor, number 1 in assists in the conference in the early going. We are 4 minutes in on HTS. VCU leading by 2. Scott Lilly on the wing for Taylor. Hampton on the high-low entry, blocked away. Good defense in the interior by Tim Lyle. Oots, crossover dribble, foul line jumper. Rebound for Bo Jones. Pretty good pace to this one. Back in transition, Lilly on the entry to the low block. Good defense once more on the overplay there. The youngster Mitchell knocked it out of bounds, and we get our first timeout on the floor. 4 minutes and 28 seconds into the first half. VCU defending its home turf against Sherman Dillard and the Dukes, leading by 2.
So many choices, so many plays. Could I have done something else? Analog, digital, roam, local calling area.
The world of wireless communication can be very confusing.
The answer's been in front of me the whole time.
The Alltel Pavilion at the Signal Center, the place to be. Alltel, the power to simplify.
On March 25th and 27th, 4 teams will battle it out to see who goes to the Women's Final Four. Don't miss the 2000 NCAA Women's Basketball East Regional. It's March Madness at the Stuart Siegel Center on the campus of Virginia Commonwealth. For tickets, call 804-828-7267. That's 804-8...
lead here in the early going of tonight's CAA telecast on HDS. Kevin Jabari Oots had a tough shooting night Wednesday, but he is bound to bounce back.
Oh, there's no question about it. A bad night the other night, but he's had a career high this year, 27 points against East Carolina, so he can score, but that's really not what Sherm's looking for him. He wants him to control the tempo. I'm sure he's going to tell him to calm down, get the ball inside, pick your spots. Just don't try to dominate, and he has had the ball in his hand maybe a little too much.
Bo Jones finding Lamar Taylor. Reversal to Lilly. Pounded there defensively by Mickey Dennis. Jones slicing to the lane, ripped off, and here come the Dukes 3-on-2. Dennis all the way to the window.
Well, just good patience right there by Dennis. 3-on-2. You take what the defense gives you, and he kept it all the way.
We're tied at 7. Mickey Dennis leads all scorers individually tonight. He's got 5 for James Madison. Lamar Taylor averaging just over 12 points per basketball game to this point. Lilly, Treadwell on the entry, Hampton off the glass.
There's the high-low we were talking about. Treadwell, terrific passer, able to get Hampton, who had good inside position. It gives you an extra angle. If you try to make the guard forward pass, that's a tough one.
Dennis for 3. Around and out. Mitchell with good position for the stick back.
He just does the dirty work. He's a smart player, as we mentioned, from Gonzaga. Just a freshman, getting better and better all the time. He had a terrific game his last outing, 13 points, 9 rebounds. He's improved his performance in every game.
Pat Mitchell hasn't been in the lineup very much for James Madison. He injured a finger in December, kept him out of 6 games. Long from the corner, Lamar Taylor, who led the CAA in three-point field goal percentage a season ago, knocks one down there.
Well, to expound on Pat Mitchell, he went to Sherm Dilla and said, hey, play me. I can play. They were thinking about redshirting Sherm Dilla.
Perry working the end line, and he stepped out of bounds. It'll be a turnover back to VCU. Substitutions coming on for Mac McCarthy's Rams. LF Lika leadoff is in, along with Reggie Okosa. Lika leadoff, the junior who hails from St. Petersburg, Russia. Tim Lyle has a seat for James Madison. Rams in front by 3. Lamar Taylor, one of the best handles in the conference. Jones double clutching. A wild shot in the lane. Off of Lika leadoff and out of bounds.
Yeah, Jones a little bit out of control, and that's why your shooting percentages goes down to about 40% this year, taking tough shots like that. You have to pick your spots. Matt McCarthy gets him the green light, but I'm not sure if he's happy about that look.
Jamar Perry for James Madison. Jabari Oots for 3. Missed it. He's 0 for 3 on the night overall, and just 2 of his last 15 from the floor. Taylor on the crossover, wheels into the lane, and he traveled. Travel against the Ram point guard. VCU in front by 3. 13-17 to go in the first half from the beautiful new Alltel Pavilion at the Stuart Siegel Center on the campus of Virginia Commonwealth. Mickey Dennis swings it for Jamar Perry. Oots. Dodging Taylor. Elevates and hits.
Well, he's got that shooter's mentality, Joe. He's missing a bunch of shots, and now he just feels like, hey, the next one's going to go in, and that's what you love about Jabari Oots.
Oots, the former All-DC Metro Area star at Good Counsel, has 4 points this evening. Jones looking to respond. Pounds it on the deck. Fade away. No. Rebound belongs to Madison. Ian Caskill on the boards. Oots on the break. Mitchell running the floor.
Oh, you love your big man when he runs, and you want to reward him with the assists. And Jabari Oots, a good look, great outlet, and that's why James Madison's so tough. They can clear the boards. This is where VCU's got to do a better job.
Madison in front now, 13-12.
Another high-low pass. Treadwell makes a good pass. No finish.
Reggie Okosa missing on the business end. Oots right back for the Dukes. Jamar Perry for 3. Taylor and Lika leadoff fighting for that board, and the Rams, who wear their home white, have it back. Lilly to Okosa. Okosa spinning on Mitchell, no room. Now the double team comes from Dennis. Kick out Lilly for 3.
Good kick out. Lilly spotting up from 3. Okosa wasn't sure what he wanted to do. When you're in doubt, kick it out to the perimeter guys for VCU. They'll nail him.
Lilly's second 3 on the evening. 15-13. VCU back in front. On On the wing, Jamar Perry picked up by Bo Jones. Oots enters it inside. Mitchell's left-handed scoop shot won't fall. They battle for it on the floor, and VCU comes out of there. Lamar Taylor snaking his way. Bo Jones right to the rack.
Well, VCU knows that James Madison, they're gasping. Mitchell's got to come out of the game. He's just not running the court, and it was 5-on-4 on the other end.
VCU's lead is 4. Perry hopping into that lane. Tough shot won't go. And the ricochet goes out of bounds back over to VCU. The Rams turning it up in front of their home fans, leading by 4. Just a shade less than 11 minutes to go in the first half. Come on back to Richmond.
Great bounce pass by Lamar Taylor to Bo Jones. And this is what VCU wants to do. The taller James Madison would rather play more half-court. VCU wants to get up-tempo, get the ball into the hands of those guards so they can create and make things happen.
Fans enjoying Bo Jones' work near the basket. Sherman Dillard has not enjoyed one bit VCU's long-range shooting. The Rams are 3 for 3, 4-3 tonight. Lilly has a pair. VCU on a 5-0 run in the last 40 seconds to take this 4-point cushion, and they have the basketball. Bo Jones matched up with Jamar Perry. Jones settling up the offense. Taylor's the quarterback. Driving inside, fine-looking shot.
Yeah, Jabari Hoops all in his face, but it's that quickness of the 5'9" Taylor who can really get to the goal. He can get that penetration. It's going to be big problems for JMU.
Taylor has 5 and the Rams lead by 6. Jabari Oots for the Dukes of James Madison. Working with the basketball in their road black. 12 seconds to shoot. The entry inside Strickland. The baby hook turnaround is good.
There's size factor for JMU. Rob Strickland's got the big body, 6'11", 270. Get the ball down to him, and then you put VCU at a disadvantage.
James Madison has put Dwayne Braxton into the game. He led the way in their win over ODU Wednesday with 20, a career best. Treadwell, baseline look, and he was fouled. Foul will go against James Madison's Tim Lyle.
Matt Treadwell at 6'11", he's just a freshman, but he's been a nice acquisition. He's got a good, solid game from the perimeter. We've seen him score a nice basket. He's got 2 assists already. I think he's a tremendous acquisition for VCU.
Strong on his free throw stroke. It was interesting for us to talk to Mac McCarthy. He said, this guy's put on 45 pounds. He needs to put on 45 more.
Hated to see him last year, but he had the red shirt, chance to improve his weight training, and he knows what it takes to be a good player. He's not afraid of the hard work. He's got the size, so he can be an impact player already here in the CAA.
The lead back to 5.
There's a trap.
Now the trap turned on by the Rams. Lilly pressuring the basketball. Lyle gets it to the familiar hands of Jabari Oots. On the wing to Braxton. Oots settles with 12 on the shot clock. And a slip between defenders. Oots traveled.
That's a good idea, because in that zone, it's a matchup zone, and Matt McCarthy had his team in there, VCU, playing it very well, switching up defenses. Oots knew it. He took the gap. He just wasn't able to control the ball.
Lilly will walk it up for the Rams. Turnover story. James Madison averages just 13 per game. They just popped it up 5 times in the early going against VCU. Hampton spinning to the rack, and he was fouled by Strickland, and that should be his 2nd personal.
Yeah, he got an early one to start the game, and this time, good inside move by Hampton to try to draw a body on him. That's where Strickland made an error right there by not playing good defense before the pass came in. Now he goes for the block, and now you risk getting a foul. Defense has got to start well before the block attempt.
Sean Hampton at the line missed the first one. Strickland, who's 4th best in the league in blocked shots in the CAA in the early going, has 2 personals as you look at Hampton's numbers across the board. Oots will check out. Another sub in for James Madison. Ian Caskell will be in, and Strickland, saddled with those 2 personals, will have a seat next to head coach Sherm Dillard. Hampton looking for his third point on the night. He's got it.
Here's a full court pressure defense. VCU.
Extending the pressure. Braxton for Caskell. James Madison working efficiently with it there. David Fanning on the basketball. Another sub in off the Duke's bench. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half in Richmond, Virginia tonight. Fanning's entry to Caskell. Caskell with a hook off glass. They fight for the rebound, and along the sideline, the officials say VCU ball. At least the sideline official was pointing to VCU and now corrects his call and says it should be James Madison basketball.
Hopefully that's the correct call.
Close.
Yeah, it was close.
Look at Mac McCarthy right there. Are they disbelieving?
Yeah, he was lobbying right in front of his own bench. You usually get those calls.
21-15 Rams. Lyle wants three.
Oh, how about that? Tim Lyle stepping up, hitting the three. He's more of a blue-collar worker, low-post player. Averaging just 5 points a game, gets a big three there.
That's Lyle's 9th three on the season. He's a 32% shooter from behind the three-point arc. Bo Jones, he can rifle.
Yeah, that's Bo Jones' game right there.
24-18, and again the Rams will turn up the pressure. Broken beautifully. Dennis on the bounce pass. Reverse lay-in. Well done.
Beautiful play by Lyle. If he'd have gone up on the left side, Hampton would have blocked it, but using a basket as almost a defender to be able to shield that shot, that's a heady play by Lyle.
Lyle has Madison's last 5 points. 24-20. VCU has the advantage. As we move under the 8 minutes to go mark in our first half. Lilly for three. Rims around and out. And a whistle, a stoppage in play. With the foul spotted, back to detail the guilty culprit for you in a moment. 24-20. James Madison has the advantage. The outside shooting starting to pick up, and also the fine play on the break.
As graduates of JMU,
and suites, beautiful rooms and suites, and also a complete fitness center and spa. Stay with La Quinta in Richmond, Virginia, or choose from over 300 locations in 29 states across the U.S. and enjoy. For reservations, call 1-800-531-5900. Kevin, were you accommodated at all? I wasn't accommodated.
No, I didn't. No, I drove all the way down here.
That must be for the overnight crew. Our HTS crew back in action here at Alltel Pavilion tomorrow for women's CAA play. David Fanning has the basketball on the attack for James Madison. Fanning for three. Leak a lead off the board for the Rams. VCU in front by 4. Madison has done a good job mopping up on the offensive glass.
Well, yeah, I would expect VCU to do a better job checking out. I mean, they have to do a good job checking off JMU. And JMU's got to make an effort to get the ball down low.
Lamar Taylor lines up, fires an open look at three. Acosta on the rebound. No, he can lead off with a flush.
Oh, that's a nice second chance basket by VCU. With the league off, showing his leaping ability.
Rams improve their lead to 6. Just over 6 minutes to go in the first half on HTS. Joe Beninati and Kevin Greavy with you tonight. Strong move offensively there. They wanted goaltending, and they're going to get it. Credit the basket to Dwayne Braxton.
Yeah, he's coming off a big game, 20 points. Dwayne Braxton now in his 4th year, JMU. He's matured as a very nice role player.
Madison beat ODU, a win at ODU, 70-66 on Wednesday. The VCU Rams had their 5-game win streak upset by William and Mary here Wednesday. Mitt Winter of the Tribe with 27 points to down the Rams. They're getting loud at Alltel Pavilion. Lamar Taylor shakes loose from a defender. Lilly for three. Acosta wants the offensive rebound. They volleyball it around. Oots trying to bound it off a defender. Lilly acrobatically kept it alive, but it should go back over to James Madison here.
The intensity level has really picked up for VCU. They're getting on the offensive glass, really having good spacing. Look at the hustle here by Lilly. Doing the little things. They don't show up in the scoreboard, but it's that kind of hustle that's pervasive and everybody feels it. Each one of the players stepping it up.
Dwayne Braxton, the junior from Dillon, Virginia. Inside Oots amongst the trees. That's a tough shot to hit. It went off the rim defense and out of bounds.
Well, Oots is in a slump with his shooting stroke now, so he's trying to force action and taking the ball inside. And just too big of trees inside, as you mentioned, to get that one off.
Braxton on the baseline, coughed it up. Taylor has numbers with Lilly. Bounce pass and a look away to Leaker leadoff. A whistle and a foul. Lyle racing back to help defensively was whistled with a foul on the arm.
Well, Lyle saved the basket with his hustle. That was a 3-on-1, and Lyle coming from the backside, knock it down. It was a good play.
Lyle's second personal foul, 26-22 if you're just tuning in. Virginia Commonwealth has a lead over James Madison. Hunter Hogan is into the lineup for the VCU Rams. He's got the basketball here. Taylor wigwagging the offensive set against the JMU zone. Okoza steps in and fires. Mitchell knocks the rebound ahead. Lyle will push it for Oots, the fourth leading scorer in the conference. Great bounce pass. Okoza rejects Mitchell and brings him up out of their seats here at Alltel.
Okoza saving a basket with his block shot. But it was good push-up by JMU. Look at Oots with the bounce pass right here. Threads the needle. Mitchell just didn't see him coming. Mitchell with a big body himself. He had seen that, he would have used his body to shield Okoza.
Reggie Okoza, former player of the year in the state of Delaware when he was playing high school ball at Brandywine High. Perry up in the air, high for that jumper, off the hands of Caskell, back into the hands of Lamar Taylor. Taylor a jet back up court. Lilly stops and starts on Braxton. Taylor will reverse it. Hogan wants three. Halfway down and out. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. VCU in the white, leading by 4. Caskell for Oops. He'll pound it on the deck, away from the defense of Hunter Hogan. Perry, Mitchell, they'll swing it for Braxton. Shot clock reads 14. Oops, got to step on the defender. An elbow jumper that won't fall. Caskell offensive rebound. Swatted again by Okoza. Mitchell undaunted to the glass, no. Another offensive rebound. Caskell had his hand on it. He bounced it off a VCU defender out of play.
Joe, there's some big bodies in there banging right now. They're letting them play around the glass.
Jamar Perry with an open look for three that won't fall. And the carom this time will belong to VCU. Jamar Perry just 22% from three this season. He has struggled under Sherman Dillard's direction with a long-range shot. Taylor very deliberately into the front court. Hogan. He can lead off on the perimeter. Lamar Taylor will kick it into gear. Lilly off the screen. Hogan got the defensive Perry in the air, but he traveled to do so.
They shuffled his feet. Perry just came down hard on him. Looked like a foul on Perry, but there was a travel before the foul.
Jamar Perry and the JMU defense trying to battle back. They trail by 4, just under 4 to go in this first half.
Catch this ball after the miss and throw it down. Now this is a big play for VCU. VCU's got the outside game. If they can get that established inside game, it's big. And watch him come back. Goso with a beautiful block to surprise Mitchell. And the inside play, VCU is stepping it up. And I think that's why they have this 4-point lead. They're getting better balance.
The home fans are loving it. They force a turnover at the midcourt stripe. Lamar Taylor rips one off for the VCU Rams.
JMU coming out of that timeout was just surprised by this surprise trapping defense of VCU.
Taylor got up in the lane. Okoza working through traffic. Whistle. A foul, an offensive foul, it appears, away from the basketball. This will go back over to James Madison.
James Madison toughening up their defense out of the zone. Sherm Dillard choosing to play more zone than man here in this first half.
James Madison and Virginia Commonwealth, one of 3 CAA games presently going on this Saturday night. William & Mary is being bounced by Richmond by 24 in the first half. Old Dominion has a lead over George Mason by 6. Jamar Perry pushing away from Bo Jones. Charlie Hatter has entered the game for the Dukes. Mitchell's half hook with the left hand won't fall, and Leadoff clears the rim. Scott Lilly flashing on the baseline. Jumper was short, may have been partially blocked. It's out of bounds. It'll stay Ram basketball. Jabari Oots just 4 points in the first half against Mac McCarthy's defense. 26-22 in a relatively low-scoring first half. Bo Jones takes matters into his own hands, misses the three. Perry on the outlet to a wide open Oots.
Great rebound, good look up the court, but the breakdown by VCU not getting someone back. That usually results in the point guard being caught around the basket. Mark Taylor's got to protect defense.
Leadoff's pass inside, off the hands of Akosa and out of bounds. Oots has 6 to lead the way for the Dukes. Jones has 7 to lead the way as expected for the Rams. 26-24, and as expected, Kevin, a tight game.
Yep, neither team can establish. Part of the reason the defense is strong, but the outside shooting hasn't been there. You know VCU has come back from a lot of second-half deficits, so they're confident they can play. JMU has got a terrific record coming in here to this road game.
Jamar Perry got caught up in the air. Haskell's turnaround hook shot does not fall. Rebound Akosa, outlet Lilly, 3-on-3. He can lead off alone. He blew the dunk.
A good pass, Leadoff got to finish that play.
Oots right back for James Madison. Perry, line drive 3, short. Long rebound belongs to Bo Jones. Jones, who had 10 rebounds in the win over Old Dominion 10 days ago, has control of the basketball. We've got a timeout and a chance to step away. Mac McCarthy teaching class on the sideline, leading by 2. Chance like this.
Yeah, missed opportunity here. No one feels worse than Leadoff. He misses the dunk, but then he had to get an earful from Mac McCarthy. Mac called a timeout. Not only his mistake there, as Leadoff did, not finishing the dunk, but also not getting back on defense. This is where VCU has a 2-point lead. Just a minute and a half left, and he wants the team to keep the concentration, keep the level of intensity, all that hard work, and it's hard to get plays like that. You got to finish them.
American University earlier today, an 8-point winner over East Carolina at Bender Arena in Washington, D.C. The interior pass from Akosa to Leadoff off his hands and out of bounds. It'll be James Madison basketball, and Sherman Dillard will diagram or at least motion some strategy. Just a little over a minute to go in this first half. The midcourt trap, Perry, nice look. Mitchell to the inside, and that'll stay down. Jerry and Younger.
Great pass by Mitchell. I mean, he had to just rifle that ball to get it through the defense in time to be able to get the shot up. He's a solid player, Mitchell, is making those little plays.
Younger, the freshman from Danville, Virginia, entering the basketball game. Taylor working the baseline. Straight away to Jones. High. Running one-hander won't fall. And a loose ball on the floor, we have a foul against VCU.
Joe, I'd like to see more of Taylor and Jones when they take ball penetration to the paint and they attract the defense. They have 3-4 guys on them to go up and then make the pass. They're going to find open men all over the court if they start looking instead of shooting.
Lamar Taylor was hit with his second personal. Shot clock at 27, game clock at 37 left in the half. Mitchell swings for Braxton. Jamar Perry on the bounce pass, the entry to too strong off the glass. Akosa has the rebound, and Scott Lilly, with patience, says slow down. We've got the last shot of the half.
I think fatigue playing a part in some of these missed shots by the big man. They're getting the ball in point-blank range, and they're not able to convert. Mitchell on the other end with a miss.
Bo Jones looking to isolate on Oots. Drops it into the hands of Akosa. Rising for that shot, partially blocked. As time in this first half expires, not enough time for Oots to let one fly. We are done with 20 minutes of play. Dead even at the half. James Madison with the last 6 points in front of a hostile crowd here at Alltel Pavilion on the campus of VCU. 26-26 at the halftime break. Stick around. We've got our halftime activities rolling on for you in just a few moments when we bring you back to Richmond on HTS. Virginia Commonwealth University. This is the first of two regular season get-togethers between James Madison and VCU. VCU has just one senior on a young and talented roster. That senior is Patrick Kojo, who's missing the action tonight with a back injury. Here we invite you to have a look at exactly what the Rams are missing.
Listen to what a group of war Cadillac Seville owners said.
Time to catch their breath. We're at the half tonight in Richmond, Virginia. Appropriately, time for the Rich Food CAA halftime report. First up for us, let's check out the men's player of the week in the CAA. Last year's CAA player of the year is this week's player of the week, George Evans of George Mason. The junior forward averaged 24 points in 3 games. He shot an ungodly 71% from the field in those 3 games. RE/MAX out in front men's standings. They look this way. JMU's won 4 straight. They're top of the heap. Richmond is the number 1 defensive team in all the conference. They're out to a 3-1 start. VCU with some games in hand. Defending conference champion George Mason in a logjam tied for 4th at 2-2. American got a win earlier this afternoon. They beat back Eastern Carolina. And Old Dominion, second last season, off to a slow start this time around. Our next telecast of CAA men's action on HTS, a doubleheader next Saturday. UNC Wilmington will travel to East Carolina, and Richmond will host American University. It all begins at 2. Tomorrow, be sure to join us for women's CAA play at 4 o'clock, right back here at the new Stiegel Center, where William and Mary visits VCU. It's all on HTS. For up-to-date standings, stats, and notes, check out the CAA website at www.caasports.com. More of our halftime activities coming up right after these messages.
Once they roamed the seas and explored the skies. But today, they are on the net. They are pioneers discovering a new world of e-commerce, of high-speed internet access. That's where Verio comes in. For we are the pioneers of the internet, the hosts of the new world, the leader in websites with state-of-the-art connections and a Tier 1 backbone for everything you...
Here, inside Alltel Pavilion at the Stuart Siegel Center. Joe Beninati and Kevin Greedy with you this evening on HCS. Kevin, both of these teams coming into tonight's action, they shoot better than 40% on the season. Both of them nowhere near 40% tonight. What's the reason?
Well, JMU shooting 31%, VCU 36%. Well, you can say good defense, but I think part of it is just being impatient. Both teams want to get out and establish a running game, and they're getting the good numbers, they're getting good looks, but they're not finishing some of the shots. It looks like fatigue is taking a part in JMU, especially the big man. I don't think they're used to running quite like that. VCU, on the other hand, just a little impatient. I think Bo Jones and Lamar have got to make sure that they make better decisions.
It's time for us to take a look at some highlights. We've seen plenty of good athletes running up and down the floor, even if the shooting's been off.
Well, that's true. And Bo Jones, when he does does take the ball to the paint, he's drawn a lot of traffic. Look at that difficult shot that he had to make. He's really better at that perimeter stop and pop, just like that. And I guarantee Bo Jones is going to get some more looks. And Jabari Oots with a breakaway layup, a little defensive letdown there by VCU, allowing Jabari to get a clean shot to the basket. But again, they played great defense on the star guards, and that's why we have these low percentages.
Let's look at some numbers. These are the Pioneer stats. Pioneer, the art of entertainment. We mentioned the shooting percentages down. The three-point shooting early on for VCU. They hit 3 of their first 3 and then finished up poorly.
Yeah, they did. And neither team getting to the line very much, and part of that is because most of the offensive attack coming from outside. There you see the second chance points in favor of JMU. You expect that because of their height, and you would expect VCU to get better fast break points. Nobody in the top scoring in double figures. You see both teams with just 26 total points, so the scoring has not been there.
We are underway in the second half. Lamar Taylor owns the basketball. VCU at home here at Alltel Pavilion. They're in their home whites. Taylor leaves it in the hands of Lilly. Line driver on the way short. Offensive rebound. Lilly to score.
There you go. Lilly running the court, getting good position, and he's a player that is sort of that missing link, and when he's healthy, he plays really well.
Lilly's been lightening the load on Lamar Taylor as he's been bringing the basketball up court a whole lot more. Oots penetrating. Baseline jumper. Perry, who was 0 for 8 in the first half, remains cold. Offensive rebound. The stick back for Strickland won't go. And now it'll be Lamar Taylor rescuing it for VCU. Taylor for Bo Jones, who led the way in the first half for the Rams. Treadwell looking to distribute. He'll take a jumper and get the friendly roll.
It's a high low that VCU is really working so well. Hampton down low. Treadwell making a great offensive play, and look at this finish.
Read the passing lane. Missed the layup. Oots back in transition for the Dukes. Pull-up jumper. Bullseye.
Jabari, if he gets it going in the second half, JMU could really do some damage here.
Jabari Oots and Scott Lilly each with 8 to lead their respective clubs. It's 30-28 for VCU. Jones knifing along the end line.
I think this halftime help both clubs are coming out with the hot hands. Bo Jones, the beautiful drive to the basket. He can finish.
Taylor and Jones extending the defense, trapping Oots in the backcourt, relieving the pressure with Mickey Dennis's help. Strickland will slow it, and James Madison will run the half-court set. Oots, a scoop shot to the glass. Intimidated there by Treadwell. Put back is good. Strongly to the glass, Tim Lyle.
Well, with Tim Lyle, Rob Strickland in the game, VCU's got to do a good job on the boards. That means all 5 guys have got to go to the basket. Those guys are very rugged down low.
Taylor will pop for 3. Strickland fighting with Hampton there for the rebound, and the basketball belongs to Virginia Commonwealth. Much to the dismay of the 6'10" senior from Pleasantville, New Jersey, Rob Strickland, who will check out here. VCU to put it back in along the end line. Lamar Taylor, who led the conference in assists a season ago, up top for Bo Jones, who's 3rd best in scoring in the league to this point. Spinning, whirling dervish in the lane, missed the scoop shot. Lyle clears the board. Oots for Dennis, wants 3. Sent that one too strong on its way, and the big carom is going to stay in James Madison's possession, and Sherman Dillard says, calm down, take it easy.
That's right, on the road, you got to make good decisions, and this is a team that's played terrific basketball, 10-5, 4-1 the CAA and JMU. Got to establish a low post game. Don't turn the ball over, and don't try to play VCU style.
Oots drains a 3.
That time, just coming off the pick. He does well when he plays it, too. He seems to shoot better coming off picks than when he has the ball at the point.
Oots is the first in the double digits. James Madison has won 3 straight overall. However, they've dropped 3 of their last 4 on the road. Bo Jones settled things up for VCU. On the crossover, losing Perry in the lane, had that shot partially blocked. Treadwell fighting for it in the paint, and out of bounds. It'll stay Ram basketball.
When that ball penetration comes by Jones, and Jamar Perry. Those guys are making sure they just come in there and attack and go at the shooters.
12 seconds on the shot clock, and on the entry pass, a whistle and a foul against VCU. This will go back over to James Madison. Mac McCarthy, second year here at the helm of VCU, 5 NCAA appearances throughout his head coaching career. JMU's last lead back in the middle of the first half, a mere 13-12. They've got it here, 33-32. Jamar Perry looking for his first point on the night. Perry coming in, averaging better than 11 per game. Lyle from outside.
That was his second three-pointer he's made in this game, bringing the defender out. It doesn't look like the VCU big guys want to go out on Tim, so he's going to shoot that three.
Lyle, a former West Virginia High School Player of the Year, now a sophomore. James Madison. Mickey Dennis plays the passing lane, going end to end. Didn't get it to fall. And the rebound belongs to Lika Leadoff. And then they'll rule a hell ball between Lika Leadoff and Oots.
Here a little frustration by JMU. Again, good look. Just didn't finish the shot. Look at the hustle by Jabari Oots. Finally, VCU gets control. And then Lika Leadoff and Jabari get into a tangle.
And as the live play continues, Mickey Dennis missed again from 3. Lika Leadoff strong on the board for the VCU Rams. Lamar Taylor hesitates and fires. Bang!
Well, they needed that. They can strike quickly with the threes. They got the best three-point shooting team in the game right now with Jones and Lilly. Lamar Taylor.
Lamar Taylor was 44% from 3 a season ago, 33% from 3 this year. He's got 2 threes, and JMU's lead is back to 1. Lyle wants 3 of his own. Got it again.
Boy, the big fella's got the soft touch. That's 2 straight threes here in the second half to offset VCU.
He was 57% from the floor in the CAA play a season ago in limited duty. Didn't qualify for the title in that department, but a lot of it was from the inside. He has shown off an outside touch tonight, Kevin. 15-12 to go, regulation time in the second half. The Dukes' lead has grown to 4. We'll have you back to Alltel Pavilion in Richmond right after these messages.
They play from the ground up, from the soles of their feet to the tops of their head, not just with their heart, but with every fiber.
Coaches this season for us on HTS. We've got the mics. Hear the coach's reaction on the long-range Lyle 3.
JP at the point, 35! 35! 35! Come on, come on, come on! Go down, Jimmy!
I guess he likes it. 39-35. James Madison in front. And VCU again will extend the defense full court, putting pressure on Jamar Perry. Bo Jones. Perry has had a rough shooting night. Now working into a double team as Acosta came over to play and deflected out of bounds. It'll still be Duke's ball.
Yeah, Perry just 0 for 8 in the first half. Part of the reason why JMU just shot 31%, but doing a much better job here in the second half with their possessions.
Jamar Perry, the third leading scorer a season ago for these Dukes. James Madison finished 16-11 last year. They were eliminated by UNCW in the first round of the tourney. They are on top in the early standings of the CAA, and here the entry pass from Perry gets away from Dennis, and that will not draw a smile and a pleasant review from head coach Dillon.
No, it's just a roller coaster up and down ride for these coaches. That's what you love about college basketball, the emotions that are there. The coaches really working the players.
Lilly, Taylor, Acosta, Lika Leadoff, and Jones out there for the white-clad VCU Rams. Acosta elevating in the lane, and he was fouled on his way to the basket. Foul has been spotted against James Madison's Pat Mitchell. As Acosta, who showed his leaping ability in the block shot department, getting up high there over the freshman Mitchell. He'll earn a trip to the free throw stripe. Maricosa this season is a 71% free throw shooter. (39-36). Reggie Acosta now on the night, putting up his first point. Acosta 3 for 4 from the floor, 4 for 4 from the line in Wednesday's loss here to William and Mary. Makes them both. Jabari Utes looks ahead for Mickey Dennis on the diagonal to Mitchell with that left hand to score.
I love the way Mitchell runs the court, Joe. He's a terrific, rugged competitor, and when he does run the court, they got to get the ball to him.
Lamar Taylor piloting the offense for VCU. 14 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation. The Rams trailing the Dukes by 4. Utes on the man-to-man D. Lilly up top. The entry to Likalidov. Looking for room against Mitchell. Whistle. And a lane violation. 3-second lane violation against the Rams. Joe Beninati and Kevin Greavy with you tonight on HTS, and it's a pleasure to welcome in a former VCU great. Gerald Henderson is joining us. Gerald,
hey,
nice
Joe.
to see that jersey hanging above Alltel Pavilion, I'll bet.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here, since I played here, rather. It's been 20 some odd years.
Well, you're an old guy, aren't you?
Yeah, something like you, Kevin, yeah.
Well, Gerald, you and I, we crossed paths in the NBA. Our careers overlapped 8 of my 10 years, so I had a chance to play with you, and I know what a great player you were. And, of course, a lot of fans will remember you when you played with the Celtics and winning those world championships. But I also remember you and your great career here at VCU. I mean, you've got to look back and say, without that career, I would have never played in the NBA.
Absolutely. I mean, we had a lot of fun here, just like these guys are having fun out there now. And the NBA was great, but it's nothing like college basketball.
No, it's the atmosphere and all, and it's got to be wonderful to come back and see your family, your friends, and your teammates. They were all here to celebrate with your participation. It was a nice thing that they did for you here.
Yeah, I told them all, that it was great to see all his family and friends without coming to see a funeral. So that was something. But it's been a great deal here tonight. And I just hope VCU can pull this game out. I remember playing against Sherman, matter of fact, and the last time we saw each other was, a matter of fact, on this floor. Not this floor, but down at the Richmond Coliseum.
Sherman Dillard, the second all-time leading scorer. James Madison, your name, Gerald, is all over as Bo Jones hits for 3. Your name is all over the VCU record book. How has college basketball changed since the late 70s when you played to now?
Well, it just seems as though the professional teams are just taking all the talent out of the NCAA. And, although there's still some excitement, the better players have, kind of went to the NBA to play. So I think, it's drained a little, but, there's still a lot of excitement.
Bo Jones starting to heat it up, and this capacity crowd at Alltel Pavilion is on its feet as the Rams take the lead back 44-43.
Gerald, the atmosphere here at Attila Pavilion is such an incredible thing to have an on-campus facility. Now, you used to play where? At the Richmond Coliseum when you played?
Yeah, the Richmond Coliseum. And we'd have about 7,000 people in there, but the place seated about 15. So, the noise would not magnify as it is here in this arena. And this is great. This is really great.
Well, it makes for great college atmosphere, and I know you got to be proud of the way VCU has come out this season and played. I know you got one eye on them and one eye on Philadelphia.
Absolutely. I do some television there in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia with the 76ers, and it's good. You see a lot of talent. You see Allen Iverson, he's a Virginia guy, and to come here, I mean, it's great to see a lot of young guys trying to do well, and VCU is coming along. They may be in first place in the conference, and hopefully they'll keep it up.
And have you had a chance to talk to Matt McCarthy about the program? Does he ever call you to recruit any of these kids?
Well, sometimes Matt does call. I see him mostly in the summer, and whenever there's a player up in Philadelphia, he definitely wants me to go see it.
Well, I see him in the Washington, D.C. area, and I know he works his way up to 95. It's really great that you got to come down here and have this event, and I know all the fans gave you a great celebration. What do you plan on doing while you're down here tonight, tomorrow?
Well, you know, Grieve, you know how you have to move around, guys. You know, so I'm in here tonight. I'll be gone tomorrow morning. But I'm going to enjoy the time that I am here with my family and friends.
I heard it's your birthday tomorrow, so quite a gift, huh?
This was the best present I've gotten in a long time.
Well, congratulations. It's really great visiting with you. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Gerald Henderson, former VCU standout, and of course a four-time NBA champion, twice with Boston and twice with Detroit. 7 seconds to shoot here for Tim Lyle on the drive. Lobs it back out, Oots, 2 seconds. Oots had his shot rejected by Lilly. Taylor running 2-on-2. No numbers advantage, he'll slow it down. The Rams leading by 3. Reggie Acosta nearly pickpocketed by Braxton and then foul, or rather, he traveled. Mitchell's defense forced Acosta into the travel. 11 minutes and 4 seconds to go in regulation time with VCU in front of the home fans leading by 3. Come on back and stay with us.
Nix on Yankee Cook. Y'all are some more. I'm glad for you to see me.
Side game as Scott Lilly set himself splendidly for that jumper. And Mac McCarthy always counseling, always working, and always begging and pleading at times.
Well, you want to be a coach, you see the energies that are expended. We saw Sherm Dillard prior to that, and then Mac McCarthy really pushing their players. And this is a very important game in a CA matchup. Back and forth VCU now with a 3-point lead.
VCU 1-1 in the conference. They beat Old Dominion in OT, then they lost here to William & Mary Wednesday. James Madison's 4-1 in the conference. They've beaten East Carolina, they've beaten American, George Mason, and ODU. Their lone loss back in the month of December to Richmond. Jamar Perry up top. Dennis to Lyle to the corner. Perry balancing offense with Oots. The double team comes. Oots with a tough fadeaway shot. Rebound cleared by Hampton. The Rams leading rebounder. Reggie Acosta spins. Using the glass. It won't fall. Hampton stick back will.
Great rebound by Hampton. He didn't take for granted because that basket looked like it was going in by Acosta. Hampton working hard to get that second chance points.
Hampton averaging 10. He was the first freshman at VCU in 8 years to average double digits a season ago. He led CAA rookies in blocks. He's a very, very active and animated player, and he's been a spark plug in VCU's recent role. Oots with a wide open look. Bullseye.
Well, that's a big shot, and I got to wonder why someone doesn't get up and guard Jamar Oots when he shoots those threes.
Jamari Oots had 6 in the first half. He's got 14 now, 48-46 VCU. Taylor working off the screen. Beautiful dribbling exhibition.
What a move by Taylor. I mean, he just left Jabari Oots standing still.
Taylor now coming to double on Perry. Jamar Perry trapped at the midcourt line. Wonderful pass to Castro. Blocked out of there by Hampton, who came from nowhere to stretch out for the rejection.
An incredible defensive play.
Bo Jones on the high dribble, stutter step. Great look inside. And it is Hampton rewarded for his defense at one end with a flush at the other.
Boy, is Hampton taking over the game right now? Both defense and offense. Sean Hampton has stepped it up to give him the 6-point lead.
VCU bolting out by 6, and Lyle answers again. Who's the outside shooting threat?
Lyle's got 4 3-pointers in his game, and every one of them has been to stymie a rally from VCU. What timing he has on those threes.
Lyle leads all scorers. He's got 16. Reggie Acosta backing away from Catskill. Lilly wants 3. Got it.
Both clubs really heating up, stepping up the level of play. 8:30 left, and this is getting exciting.
Both squads would have told you, Kevin, there was nothing to write home about that first half in the shooting department. They're both heating up now. We have played more than 11 minutes in the second half. 55-49 VCU. Lyle feeling it from the outside, missed that one. Acosta clears the board.
It was Hampton that stepped up in Lyle's face to make him miss it.
Jones, knifing to the glass, scored and a foul.
Bo Jones in the open court might be one of the best in the CAA. He's just not a one-dimensional three-point shooter like he was last year. This year, he's making good decisions, good penetration. Watch his move on the ball, then comes to the jump stop, and able, like an acrobat, to avoid a charge and gets the basket to go. And VCU is really getting in the open court. He and Hampton stepping it up. I'm not sure JMU's got the answer, but they're going to have to find out soon. With 8:02 left, Sherm Dillard is really working the bench, trying to get somebody to stop these guys.
And Bo Jones pads the largest lead of the night. Jones now with 17 points to lead all scorers in this one. 58-49 VCU. And the Rams are going for the jugular with some pressure at midcourt. Braxton finds an open Oots. Oots working the baseline. Hampton blocked him again. A held ball. And the possession arrow belongs to the Rams. Oh, they are loving life in Richmond. Mac McCarthy's Rams have a lot to pump their fist about. 58-49 VCU. Second half action continues. Bo Jones continuing his rampage.
Because of Sean with a beautiful block. Sean Hampton gets rewarded on the other end. Check out this beautiful play. Ball penetration by Jones. Hampton and a dunk. It's just good stuff by Sean Hampton.
That's two of Hampton's 7 points on the evening. Hampton definitely makes his presence felt in terms of shot blocks. And Virginia Commonwealth right there at the top of the pack in terms of block shots in all of the men's CAA categories. Lamar Taylor has the basketball. VCU is in white, leading by 9. Josh Graham on it for Lilly. Lilly has set a season high this evening in terms of points. Hampton working the end line. Graham backing down. Taylor firing for 3 with a whistle before the shot. A 3-second violation against VCU. Let's set the floor for you. Lilly, Taylor, Graham, Acosta, and Hampton out there for the Rams. Braxton, Oots, Dennis, Mitchell, and Strickland. 5 on the floor for the black jersey Dukes. Braxton up top for Strickland, who's been quiet tonight.
Well, he has. Strickland got a couple fouls, and that sort of took him out of the game. Where Jabari Uch usually takes control of things down the stretch, get the ball in his hand, and he's the one that makes the decisions.
Strickland now posting up on Hampton, muscling for some room. And they are going to credit the goal and the foul.
Rob Strickland just making sure he could get space. He got double teamed, but using that body strength. Watch when he turns. Here he's double teamed. And he just clears the man out, give him some room for the shot, and gets a friendly bounce and a chance for a 3-point play.
Strickland has 4 points tonight, well below his season average of 8. He had a double-double against VCU last year. Has not been as effective tonight, missed the freebie. It remains 58-51 for VCU. Scott Lilly on the run. Lilly then lost the handle on the dribble, and that's a sloppy turnover against the Rams.
Really 2 unforced turnovers their last 2 possessions. Lilly with the dribble out of bounds and a 3-second call in the previous play.
Oh, and then one turnover answered another. Taylor missed the bunny on the layup. Lilly didn't follow. Lilly got hit in the eye. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why. Oots in a wild scramble now, unsettled. Strong got his own rebound, and Oots will back out of there and fire a 3. How about that?
Well, they get the roll, and on the other end, VCU misses 3 easy shots. So things starting to unravel for the Rams. They're going to have to get their composure and get back to doing the things they did to get this lead.
And Lamar Taylor is fouled by Jabari Oots. What was a 9-point advantage has now been trimmed back down to 4. Joe Beninati, Kevin Greavy, glad you've tuned in with us this evening on HCS. A big thanks to a fine crew in Richmond, Virginia at Alltel Pavilion at the Stuart Siegel Center. Bo Jones, one of the heroes tonight. He's got 17 points to lead the way for the Rams, who are in front by 4. We're getting close to nail-biting time now. 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go in regulation. Lamar Taylor in control. Acosta. Strickland now picks him up in earnest. Jones fires the three. Not able to put an end to a James Madison 5-point run as the Dukes now look to shave into this lead some more.
They got the numbers 5 on 4.
Oops, showing some patience. Bounce pass. Strickland's turnaround hook won't fall. Hampton owns the rebound for VCU.
Hampton doing a better job pushing Strickland out from the box area. Strickland's very effective when he's a few feet away from the basket, but then sort of gets nullified when he gets out there about 7 or 8 feet. Good defense by Hampton.
Lamar Taylor asking for time as Mac McCarthy's VCU Rams playing before an all-tell pavilion record crowd tonight. 7,418 is the announced attendance. Sherman Dillard's James Madison University Dukes providing the opposition. The Dukes, who have won all 8 of their games back at the Convocation Center in Harrisonburg, taking their act on the road where they are just 2 of 7 on the season, 2 and 5 on the road overall, but 4 and 1 in CAA. James Madison's the king of the hill in the early going.
Yeah, James Madison has established that home court advantage, and that's what VCU wants to do here. And they had done that up into the William and Mary game, which they had a 5-game win streak. Matt McCarthy had them playing great basketball, and then they stubbed their toe there. They can ill afford to lose 2 in a row at home to this new facility.
Lamar Taylor will slow things down. Hampton, great look inside. Acosta was swatted by Mickey Dennis. All away late in the shot clock by Josh Graham does not go. And Jabari Utes has a chance to bring James Madison within 2 or less with a 3.
All right, Mickey Dennis with a great defensive play to block Acosta and then track down that ball. It's the little things that can win you ball games.
Mickey Dennis, the junior from Hot Springs, South Dakota. Whistle, lane violation, 3 seconds against James Madison.
Well, I tell you, we could do 30 games on HTS college basketball and not see 3 3-second calls.
Sherman Dillard and his squad, 18 of the last 38 between these two, decided by 5 points or less. James Madison has not won a basketball game against VCU in the city of Richmond since 1990. They've lost their last 5 against the Rams on the enemy floor. Jones for 3, got it.
And that's a tough shot with Braxton running at him. Jones with great concentration, hitting a 3 and bringing them out to a 6-point lead.
Bo Jones has 20 points for the 7th time this season. Mickey Dennis looking to answer right back. He was fouled on his way to the rim.
VCU is staying with that full court pressure. They're trying to get the ball out of the guard's hands and try to get the big man to make the plays. And it's Mickey Dennis with a nice, solid play here to avoid the charge. Almost got the roll, but he'll go to the line with 2 free throws.
Dennis is a fine free throw shooter, 84.4% effective. A 4th personal foul against Sean Hampton. Mickey Dennis looking to make him and the Rams pay, and he does in the first free throw. Substitutions back in for James Madison. Tim Lyle and Jamar Perry returning. Mitchell checking out along with Braxton. Dennis makes them both. Mickey Dennis now up to 7 points. A junior college transfer from North Dakota Wilson Community College is Mickey Dennis. LF Lika leadoff back into the game for the Rams. 61-56. VCU the advantage. Just a shade over 4 minutes to go in regulation. Second half of play.
James Madison switching up the man now. They've been playing 1-3-1 for most of the half.
Taylor trying to find a seam. Foul by Jabari Utes.
Taylor's just so quick with the ball, always trying to find a lane to penetrate to the basket. Jabari Utes doing a tough job, and he's called on usually the guard, the best, quickest guard on the court.
Utes' second personal foul.
And you see the foul with a push with the left hand, no question about that call.
Rams trying to build on a 5-point advantage. Lamar Taylor spins away from the double team. Wraparound pass to Likalidov. Blocked inside by Strickland. Likalidov, tough shot on the inline, won't go. Treadwell trying to find an offensive rebound that wasn't there. James Madison trailing by 5 under 4 minutes to go. Madison in the black with the basketball. Jabari Oots to be specific. His career best was 30 points 2 seasons ago against VCU. Strickland, a nice jump hook turnaround.
Well, Strickland's really answering the bell right now for Sherm Dillard. He's calling his play, getting the ball down low. Sherm Dillard's got a big advantage on body and size, and it's starting to work.
Lamar Taylor over the top to Bo Jones. Isolating on Perry. Jones on his way to let fly the 3. Was fouled by Jamar Perry. Jamar Perry, just his first personal 6th team foul against the Dukes.
Let's see if he grabs him right on the wrist. Yep. Jones wasn't able to get a handle on it, so he's going to shoot 3 free throws. Not a guy you want to shoot free throws, as he's a tremendous free throw shooter, shooting in the high 80s.
Jones makes the first. Bo Jones' total now tick up to 21. VCU in the early going in the CAA play, the #1 offensive team in scoring average, but held below that tonight as they have 63 points now.
They can really score him in a hurry, thanks to Bo Jones' 3-point shooting. Hampton, a good post player. They're getting better balance as the season progresses.
Jones was fouled behind the arc. He gets 3 free throws here and cans them all. So Bo Jones is up to 23 points, 64-58. Season. The awards presented to a student athlete who embodies the highest standards of leadership, integrity, and sportsmanship through his and her efforts academically and athletically. The nominee from VCU, you see him right there, Scott Lilly, the junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, Dean's List student, real estate and urban development major, guy who loves to be in the local community grade school classrooms. He helps the kids with their reading program. He is a wonderful, wonderful student athlete here at VCU.
Matt McCarthy and his staff can't say enough nice things about Lilly and all the things that he does. And that's truly a student athlete, and it's great to see.
3 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Strickland inside, had his shot rejected by Treadwell. Kept alive on the end line beautifully by Lyle. Oops, fires for 3.
You just can't take him for granted. You think you got him covered, and somehow he's able to find a gap to hit that 3.
Barry Oots now with 20. Lilly working the dribble. Snap pass inside, deflected. Treadwell leaping in the air, asked for a timeout. Will the officials comply? Sure they will. The officials tonight, Charles Pitts, Kelly Lombard, and Joey Carruthers.
Heads-up play there to get the timeout. Because every possession's so important. The closer you get down to this 2-minute mark, every possession, it's who executes the best is going to win this game. And this is what the coach is telling his players every possession. Let's execute. Let's do the things that we have to do. And he's going to design plays now to try to get the ball down where they want it. Rob Strickland, he's answered the bell for JMU. Oots from outside. Who's going to be the guy for VCU to try to hold off James Madison?
Mac McCarthy working the sideline in this one. His Rams have the basketball with 2:38 to play in regulation, leading by 3. Treadwell on the outlet will hand it off to Scott Lilly. Lilly pounds it on the deck. Looking to elevate. Dennis played good defensively there. And Jamar Perry takes it back for the Dukes. A costly turnover at a precious time for VCU. The Dukes can tie it with a 3. Oops. Lyle on the perimeter. He's been hot from there. Missed that one well short. And a loose ball foul as they were in a skirmish for the rebound.
Yeah, Dennis going over the back. No question about that foul. Good play to try to get Lyle the 3. He's had the hot hand. And Sherm Dillard drew up the play and executed it perfectly, but they just didn't get the shot to drop for it.
Mickey Dennis's first personal foul. James Madison Trailing here by 3, sending Scott Lilly to the line. Lilly this season at the stripe, 67% effective coming in, and he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Jabari Oots again can tie it with 3. Shamar Perry, who has been cold from the floor tonight, on the reversal to Dennis. Oots straight away, leaning in, trying to draw contact with Taylor. There was some, but no personal foul until now. Strickland engaged there by Hampton, and Strickland is called for the hold. Strickland now with 3 personals, and VCU again will walk to the free throw strike.
Watch the bar. It's trying to initiate contact. Good defense by Taylor not to draw the foul, not to commit the foul. And then Rob Strickland that's no question about that. Now Hampton's going to have to step up the line to try to make the 1-and-1.
Hampton, just a 58% free throw shooter coming into the evening's action, makes the first. Sean Hampton has 8 points, a sophomore out of Baltimore, Maryland. He was a CAA Player of the Week. You see his numbers tonight. He was the CAA Player of the week just before Christmas. Made 1 of 2, but the Rams got the offensive board.
Kosick just quicker to the punch. Should never get beat when you're the second man on the block.
Lamar Taylor leaning in on the jumper. Mitchell has the rebound, and then he was wrestled there by Bo Jones and foul with 1 minute and 33 seconds to go in regulation. 65-61 VCU.
There's a strong rebound by Pat Mitchell doing it. Nice check out, fundamentally sound, knowing that they're going to be reaching for the ball. Use your body, get big, let them foul you.
Jabari Oots into the front court with Jamar Perry. Lyle will swing it for Dennis, picked up there defensively by Lilly. Oots, plenty of time on the shot clock. Dennis over top of the man-to-man D. Dennis driving on Lilly and foul on his way to the basket.
Dennis, a real slasher, likes to take the ball to the basket. Scott Lilly just up a little too tight. And once the shoulders get past him, he's got a path to the basket. Only Lilly could do was foul.
Mickey Dennis filling the void created by the loss of Chatney Howard and Gene Atkinson. Really no true 3, no true small forward for either team.
No, and therefore, if one of these teams could find a third man, that small forward that could step up, to really make them strong as they get deeper into the CAA season.
Madison has one waiting in the wings, a transfer from NC State, Ron Anderson, and ditto for VCU. They've got Willie Taylor, a small forward transfer from Georgetown. VCU has won 4 of the last 5 against Sherman Dillard's James Madison squad. Let's look at the last win for VCU. It came back on January 16th of 1999 in our flashback. This turned out to be another tight game. We talked about Atkinson and Chatney Howard. The Dukes put on a tremendous comeback effort. Chatney Howard with that long-range stroke, bringing the Dukes closer and closer within 2, but VCU Rams, Bo Jones able to finish it off at the line, and VCU wins another tight game. That one last January. This January on the 15th of the year 2000, VCU is clinging to a 2-point advantage.
Well, we thought this would come down the wire. It's a close one.
Inside, a nice backdoor look. Lamar Taylor got free, and he was fouled.
Great play to set up the backdoor cut. That was designed knowing that JMU was going to be putting good pressure on the guard forward pass. And watch it. It's all designed. There's the backdoor. And Taylor with a good cut to the basket to draw the foul. Good execution. Now, you got to make free throws.
Lamar Taylor missed it short. Taylor, 74% effective from the charity stripe coming in. The VCU Rams, if you're joining us a little late, just under 1 minute to go. Taylor with 10 points and 7 assists. VCU's lead stays at 2. Missed them both.
Boy, they're just killing themselves at the line. They could hold JMU at bay. They could convert those free throws. It's a new life for James Madison.
Both teams came into tonight shooting 67% from the free throw line. Jamar Perry to Mickey Dennis. Dennis harassed there by the defense, double teamed, and he double dribbled. Pressure defense finally forced a crack in James Madison.
It did, and Dennis with the air. Watch Sherm Dillard's reaction to this turnover. Tough play.
Picture tells a story. VCU in the white leading by 2. Oots fouled Taylor. And Taylor, who just missed 2 free throws, will park himself back at the line.
You know, it might be good strategy because VCU just can't convert their free throws.
These two next meet February the 2nd at James Madison at the Convocation Center. Better than 7,400 in attendance tonight at Alltel Pavilion, hoping that Lamar Taylor can pay off here at the free throw line and increase the homestanding Rams lead. He does not.
Oh, this is incredible. Now it's a one-possession game. Whether he makes it or misses it, JMU is going to have the ball last possession with 31.3 seconds left.
And Jabari Oots in foul difficulties. Oots now has 4 personals. Taylor made 1 of 2. The lead is 3. We've got 30 seconds to go. Number 30 has the basketball and he wants time. Jabari Oots would like to talk things over with his Duke's teammates in front of Sherman Dillard. Sherman Dillard in his 3rd season along the James Madison bench, Kevin. The first Madison player ever to be drafted into the NBA. He was drafted by Indiana in the late 70s. There are instances, there are times when he looks like he's ready to take the basketball himself and play.
Trust me, I think he's still good because this guy is in great shape. What a tremendous competitor he was as a player, one of the all-time greats at JMU, now having his opportunity to coach at his alma mater. And believe me, these kids know how important each possession is because Sherm Dillard will get on them about it. And with 27.3 seconds left, he's got time now to design a 3-point shot because they're 3 points down, or maybe a quick look inside. There's plenty of time. They have timeouts left. They're going to have to take what the defense gives them.
From an aesthetics point of view, this one won't win very many beauty pageants, but it's been very hard fought.
Well, it has. We expected this rivalry is deep, and both teams really want it bad.
Jamar Perry on the wing for Mickey Dennis. We are down to 15 seconds to go. James Madison needs 3 to force overtime. Oots has 21 points to lead the way. With the basketball working against the double team. Oots fires for 3. Just short. Acosta cleans the glass. And they begin to celebrate in earnest in Richmond.
There you see the dejected Sherm Dillard. Jabari Oots got a look. And from my vantage point, it looked like it was going to go in. It was just a little bit short.
That was right on line.
Boy, it was. Just hit the front of the rim.
As the clock ticks down, Oots had room. He sighted it. He thought he had it. He came up a whisker short. Reggie Acosta missing at the free throw line as we get a look at Dillard's reaction once more. Acosta just missed the first free throw. And timeout is asked for by VCU head coach Mac McCarthy to set the defensive strategy once Acosta either makes or misses his final free throw attempt. 1.1 seconds to go in regulation. On a fine Saturday night of basketball in the men's CAA. Earlier today, American University, a winner. Belmont and UNCW, that's an out-of-conference game. UNC Wilmington was leading handily and picked up a victory in that one. Old Dominion was at George Mason, and William & Mary was colliding with Richmond, and Richmond was in front big time in that one late second half. Here, much closer. Lamar Taylor's Rams leading by 3. And then Coach McCarthy will take another timeout before Acosta strides the free throw line.
I don't think you're taking anything for granted right here. You just remind him of the whole situation. 1.1 seconds left. He's got a 3-point lead. I'll be interested to see if Matt McCarthy wants to go ahead and try to make this free throw. Probably so. Give him a 4-point lead. Therefore, the game's over. But if they miss it, now you want to make sure he's telling the kids, put the hands up. Whatever you do, do not foul.
VCU at the opposite end. And we return to the free throw line here. The Rams have missed 6 of their last 8 from the stripe. Just 56% as a team tonight, VCU. Reggie Acosta looks to make this a 4-point game. Missed it badly. Lyle immediately asks for the time, and he gets it from the officials with 0.6 of a second to play.
Sherm Diller thinks that too much time went off the clock. He thinks that we should have a little bit more time. It was 1.1 seconds, and just a half a tick went off there.
Mac McCarthy's club, 5-0 in games decided by 5 points or less or in overtime. They've been wonderful in the extra session. They don't want to hear a thing about overtime tonight. Leading 66-63, and now having to defend a desperation 3 from James Madison.
Well, it's just going to be enough time to catch and shoot. As soon as the player, whoever receives the ball, has got to throw it up to the basket. They have no time really to establish themselves or even have a chance to have a good look.
The ball has to be out of the shooter's hands in less than 0.6 of a second, right?
Exactly, but I think they gave them 2 more tenths of a second here.
Oh, they are. They're adding time.
They're adding a little time, and it'll be 0.8 seconds. So that is time to catch the ball, turn, and shoot. And it'll be a judgment call whether the ball leaves the hand or not, because it's going to happen in a split second.
VCU trying to improve to 8-2 here on its home floor of the new Alltel Pavilion. Sherman Dillard's squad trying to pick up their 11th win overall in the season, their 5th in the CAA. And if they're going to do it tonight, they are going to take one major heroic step in the next 0.8 of a second.
Matt McCarthy's wondering why they got a little extra time.
They're going to have to work the full length of the floor.
Yep, they're going to have to throw it length of the court.
Jamar Perry's going to be the quarterback, literally flinging this into the front court. Perry looking over top of the jumping jack, Reggie Acosta. Got it to the midcourt stripe. Oots sets his feet, fires! Ooh, he missed it on the bank. That had an awfully good chance when it left Jabari Oots' hands.
And I'll tell you, that was a long 0.8 seconds, too.
Sure
he
was.
Caught, turned, and shot. The ball released from